I'm Tommie Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week. Rick Walz, the president and CEO of your Better Business Bureau for Northern Indiana, joins us. Rick, how are you, sir?
Tommie, I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad. No, last week we talked about Amazon Prime Day, which has come and gone. People trust businesses that they work with, and today we're talking about a topic that's important for our listeners, business impersonation scams. And there are a lot of them that are especially targeting homeowners with door-to-door sales. The warm weather's here, and so are the scammers. Why is this so crucial right now?
Yeah, well, Tommie, we're seeing a significant uptick in this type of impersonation scam in Northern Indiana. Now, these scams can cause substantial financial loss and stress for homeowners, so it's important for people to know how the scams work and how to protect themselves.
All right, so how do they work?
Well, here's an example of a recent scam. This was reported near Gary, Indiana. It's a pretty typical version of this type of scam. So a scammer knocks on the door claiming to be from a particular company. In this actual example, they're calling themselves Gary Land Company Building. So although there is no real company with this name, it is actually the name of a historical landmark. So in order to gain trust, they tell homeowners they're doing work for some of the neighbors. Then they offer limited time deals, rush people into agreeing to commit to a purchase, and then they require a large upfront payment. Now, one scam survivor reported that the contractor did not complete the job, lied about the extent of the damage. And in fact, there was no actual issue with the roof or chimney, yet the project cost escalated from the original quote of $149 to $1,700.
Ooh.
And when the homeowner tried to call and discuss the issues, the business did not answer. And now this particular guy is out the money he paid up front.
Can you share some tips on how to protect yourself from these scams?
Yeah, Tommie, there's a few. So, we say be especially careful of any door-to-door contract. Most times if you're going to deal with a legitimate contractor, you're contacting them and you're getting your quotes and you're doing your homework. So if you get to somebody knocks on your door, first of all, check the identification. A trustworthy salesperson will happily show you a photo ID and a business card. Don't hesitate to ask for them. And then ask about the licensing. Many cities require salespeople to have a peddler's or a solicitor's license, and local or county ordinances require many professionals to be licensed in order to perform their particular type of work. Say, for example, plumbers and electricians. So if you're unsure what the proper licensing is for your area, call your city or township and ask them what's required. And again, any legitimate contractor should be able to provide the following information: a business license, general liability insurance, workers' comp insurance, written manufacturer's warranties, written labor warranties, and also check their vehicle for a business name, phone number, and plates for your state.
Right.
And also, verify both the individual and the company. So if in doubt, make a quick call to the legitimate company to verify the salesperson is in fact an actual employee of the company, as it could be somebody scamming a legitimate company. Then look up the company's BBB business profile. Check their customer reviews, and their complaint history on bbb.org. So, Tommie, I think most of your listeners probably know that BBB maintains files on most businesses, both BBB accredited and non-accredited businesses. So check to say, do they have a business profile? What's their BBB letter grade? How long have they been in business? What's their complaint history? And more importantly, how have they responded to complaints? Check out their customer reviews on bbb.org as well as other sites. Now, if they're a BBB accredited business, you have the reassurance that we've already done a lot of the vetting for you. That is, that we have verified that they have the proper licenses required to perform that type of work in your area. They have a satisfactory history of handling complaints. Their principals are not on the sex registry list, and they're free from government actions. And there are many other factors.
So what if they're not BBB accredited?
Yeah, if they're not BBB accredited, it doesn't mean that they're not a reputable company, but you have the little burden, maybe doing a little bit more homework before you agree to work with them. So again, as previously mentioned, even if they're not BBB accredited, they should have those things we talked about before: the business license, the general liability insurance, workers' comp insurance. They should be able to provide you manufacturer warranties and labor warranties. And again, check their vehicles, that they're displaying the proper marks and that the person's identity matches up with the company. You might also want to Google their name along with the word scam. If it is a scam, it's likely going to pop up in your search. And again, this is maybe restating the obvious, but be cautious about letting strangers into your home. If you're not interested in what they're selling, just ask them to leave. And if they refuse, tell them you'll call the police, and then don't hesitate to do that. Also, with these door-to-door folks, don't give in to pressure. So beware of high-pressure tactics. Remember that signing anything could mean you're entering into a contract that you may regret. Now, if you're interested in their offer, get everything in writing. Price, contract details, and payment terms, including specifics on the down payment and when subsequent payments are due. Some states cap how much a contractor can ask for in a down payment. So, for example, Maryland and Virginia set a cap of no more than 33% of the total contract price. Down payments typically range between 10 and 25%. Those are all reasonable. If it's more than that, be aware. Make sure the contract includes specific instructions on what to do and who to contact in the event that you have problems. So if you see, any contracts that don't have specific contact information, phone numbers, that kind of thing, walk away. Review the contract completely and carefully before making any decisions. And of course, anytime these door-to-door contractors come around, the FTC requires a 3-day cooling off rule. That gives you 3 days to cancel the purchase, any purchase made over $25 at your home. Now, the salesperson should provide a receipt and a cancellation form. And if you cancel, the company must refund you whatever you paid them within 10 days.
That is great advice, Rick. Have there been any other recent impersonation scams in the area that you can pass along to us?
Yeah, Tommy. Unfortunately, Simplex Security, LLC, a Fort Wayne-based BBB accredited business in good standing since 2008, has also been targeted recently. So we posted an alert on their BBB profile to inform consumers that Simplex Security will never come to your door without a scheduled appointment. So if any of your listeners are approached by someone claiming to be from Simplex, call their number at 260-482-7233 to get verification. We've also had reports of someone impersonating an asphalt company in Huntington, Indiana.
Lovely. What should somebody do if they've been targeted by a scam from these business impersonators?
Well, it's pretty much the same thing we talk about every week. If you've been targeted by a scam like this, report it to the proper local authorities and to BBB Scam Tracker. And report it to the actual company that's also been impersonated. So if somebody calls saying somebody knocks on your door saying they're from Simplex, make sure you report it to Simplex also so they can do their follow-ups.
Right.
And if you made any form of payment, contact your bank or credit card company, whichever is appropriate. And like I said, a BBB, it's bbb.org/scam tracker. And also report to the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov because your story can help other folks from falling victim to that same scam.
We say it every week, and that's because it's true every week. Thank you for the insights, Rick. This info is definitely going to help our listeners stay safe from these business impersonation scams. And that is your scam of the week. Rick Walz from the Better Business Bureau of Northern Indiana. We'll talk again next week as we explore yet another way that people are trying to rip off our listeners.
Thank you, Tommy. Look forward to it.